This is part two of the Badderz Mixed House episode 8 review. As I was saying before, like I feel like Angel was doing a lot for camera time. Don't bring her back next season. She's giving too much follow, and like I'm just hungry for camera time, like eating it up. Like get the hell off my screen. I'm sorry, because if the issue was already resolved beforehand, why are you now bringing it up again to start shouting and screaming? Get the hell off my screen. Don't want her back next season. Want to make that extremely abundantly clear. With the fight with Alyssa and Angel as well, I would give it to Alyssa only because she actually got hits in. Angel was doing a lot of grabbing, and that was really it. As Angel said as well, like Alyssa got 3 hits, and I'm not entirely sure if Angel didn't fight properly due to Alyssa's injury because she didn't make it clear during the time they were fighting. So I'm not sure if this was like she didn't, this is like prior knowledge she found out after the fight had occurred or whatever, because in the confessionals I think she mentioned that Alyssa had like a spinal injury or whatever the case was. So it's like, were you only aware prior to, like, before the fight, or was it just after the fight? I don't know, but yeah. I also don't understand why production and security allowed a fight to happen when you know one of your cast members has a spinal injury, regardless if it's like severe or whatever it is. Public liability assurance. I said this last time as well. Like, when you get sued, you listen when you're. That's what it's given. Because why would you allow someone with a spinal injury? If anything goes wrong, for instance, you're liable. And I don't know if, as I said before, Lani has public liability insurance, whatever the case is, or you are liable to be sued. Whatever you wrote in that contract is void. Because obviously you've got the cameras rolling, there's people and witnesses there to see that you've basically breached certain stuff as well. So yeah, that's just what I'm saying. I'm moving on from now. I feel like Alyssa and Zeno got off on a bad foot. Obviously, yes, I get where Zeno's coming from, sticking up for your friend, whatever. But if the friend has already told you the beef is deaded, why are we now bringing it up again? Why are we reheating old nachos? Don't understand it. Also, the messages that they're alluding to. So obviously, Alyssa saying that Zeno messaged her privately. Then obviously Alyssa said that he was in the comment section, whatever the case was. Zeno's denying even like interacting with Alyssa. When it was time for this is what I mean with like certain stuff that Badderz are doing, whatever and stuff, or whoever's editing this as well, or like even when they're asking them questions during the confessionals. But when it was time to do the confessionals, why didn't you guys ask them to pull up the messages so we can get more context as to what was said as well? Like every time missing the mark, like you're just there, but you're just missing it every single time. Then also back to Angel again. Why are you screaming, shouting, hooting, hollering if the beef has been blessed? This is why I said I don't want her back next season, doing a lot for camera time. I also love that Val is the voice of reason here as well, but I feel like Angel was just too heated to even hear what was going on as well. And I feel like also it was Angel not doing her due diligence as well, letting Zeno know that the beef has been blessed. That's why it now started this whole thing again with Zeno even getting involved, because it would have just been Angel just shouting instead. But now you got Zeno shouting at Alyssa as well. I've never seen Angel go so quiet when Val said she's taking a fade for Alyssa. Angel wasn't talking. And when Alyssa said, yeah, you weren't talking, now Alyssa was saying, yeah, but when Val said that, what was... Didn't hear any noise. Didn't hear nothing. Shh, that's what it was. So when Lani was talking about the chain and everything, I'm thinking, okay, if we're going to base it on OGs as well, the people that deserve the chain, I would say is Val, because she had a lot of viral scenes from season 1 as well. Alyssa, I would say, because she ran a lot of fades during the last season, I think it was, that's what she was on, not Badderz. And then I would give it to Kelsey as well, if we talk about like the bad, because I'm thinking OG as well, because I know the reason why they even had Badderz Boys was because Badderz, the original Badderz show, did so well. It kind of like allowed them to basically move on to Badderz Boys. So yeah, if I have to base it off like Angel, Kelsey and George in regards to who's getting the Badderz chain, it would have to be Kelsey based on this season alone. She had more, I'm not even gonna say dialogue as well, she had more of an impact in regards to like maybe viral moments or potential viral moments as well, like when she threw the chair, the chair, the table, the candles, and everything else into the water. She's had like an intimate scene. So I'm not saying intimate scene means that it's whatever and stuff, but I just mean like she had more drama. She fought Shy as well. She's had other drama with Smacks in her room, whatever and stuff. And I feel like if it was down to Badderz Boys last season, or the only season that they had, sorry for Badderz Boy, I'm still upset that Lani didn't do a reunion, but we move. I would say George would be a top contender along with other people as well for a chain, but not for this season. Absolutely not. I understand, the classing as OGs, whatever and stuff, but George does not deserve a chain this season. I'm glad that Kelsey got her chain as well though, but what I didn't understand, why get them to explain, do PEE, all this other like detailed description or understanding as to why they should get the chain if you're going to give it to both of them anyway. That was just redundant. Like, because what was the point of them saying, I want the chain, oh, I want the chain, I want the chain, if you're going to give it to both of them, you should have just done it as well, and maybe had allow someone to have their moment, and then allow someone to have their moment right after they've like the first person got their chain on. Like, come on. Then throughout this episode, yeah, multiple people. Shy is the last person that reminded me of it as well. They keep bringing up George spelling stuff. Is George illiterate? Because I'm thinking it could be dyslexia. Because I have dyslexia too, and sometimes, like for instance, I could be reading like a line here, but then I'm meant to be reading a line here. I'm reading two lines down and stuff, or it could even be down to spelling, pronunciation, all this other stuff. So I'm just thinking like, is it that there's a miscommunication here that he has dyslexia? I don't know if he's been. I don't want to obviously put diagnosis on people in regards to like learning disabilities, whatever. But is it just that he has a learning disability that they are not understanding the context of, or like what dyslexia is, or being dyslexic is? I don't understand. Maybe in my head, because when they're saying, oh, spell something, also on top of that as well, if I'm put on the spot to spell something, it's gotta sound like gibberish as well. So it's like, I don't know if there's something I'm missing out on anyway, but yeah.